Hi everybody, it's Catherine from In the Pink Designs. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and thank you very much for visiting my channel today. I have today this little donut box that holds 6 of the little donut holes. These are from Entenmann's, which is a Long Island company. Well, it used to be. It got bought out, so I'm not sure it's a Long Island company anymore. But there's 6 of them in there. You could use the Dunkin' Donuts ones, but I think you'd probably only get about 5 in there. Okay, I left extra height, but there's not. It depends also on how you wrap them up. I just took a cello bag and put it and wrapped it and taped it up. I used the Dandy Garden 6x6 DSP, which is retiring. I wasn't sure I was going to get it at first. I wouldn't say I didn't like it, but I didn't think I was going to get it until I really started looking at some of the projects people did, and I really like it. So I'm a little sad that that's retiring, but there'll be other ones coming. But the Dragonfly Garden stamp set is still available. It's not retiring as far as I know. Just the paper. And the Blackberry Bliss striped ribbon is retiring, which I'm sad about because I thought this was really pretty. So if you want to get either the paper or the ribbon, you have to get it before it runs out or before May 1st. Alrighty. Now, I also used some Opal Rounds and some window sheets. I used one of the dragonflies from the paper because that's I wanted to show you what's retiring, but I will stamp one of them from the stamp set just to show you. Okay. The box is 4.5 by 2 3/4 by 1.5. Yeah. So it doesn't have to just be for donuts or bakery items. It could be for anything. And you don't have to even put a window in it, but I like the window. And the layering oval dies are retiring too, so I wanted to get another project in there using the layering ovals, which I love. Okay, and also I'm giving away a pack of the Butterfly Bijou 6x6 paper. I announced it on my Fun Fold card, which is the video before this one. You just have to comment on that video, and I will pick a number, and I will find out which one is that video, that comment, and I will contact the winner. You have till Friday to do this. Alrighty, so we need, to start it off, we need a piece of Blackberry Bliss that is 10 by 7.5. And you need your Simply Scored. And my stylus. Alrighty. Alrighty, and we're going to start on the 10-inch side, and we're going to score at 1.5, 4 1/4, 5 3/4, and 8.5. Alrighty, then we're going to turn it to the 7.5-inch side, and we're going to score at 1.5 and at 6. Oh, jumped. Darn. Oh well. Alright, let's see what I could do. I'm just going to try to flatten it as much as I can. Hopefully the paper will cover up a lot of that. Alright, so now we're going to fold and burnish the scores that should be there. And this is what we're going to do. Alrighty, we're just going to keep the rectangle straight, wedge all the squares on both sides, and then we're going to cut this, but we can't cut that until we put our piece of DSP on there. Alright, so I'm going to start on the bottom right hand corner of the landscape. Okay, and this square here, we're going to cut the rectangle next to it, the side of it straight, and then we're going to just wedge a bit out of each side of the square. Move over to the other side of that rectangle, cut it straight, wedge the square in between. All right, we'll move down to this rectangle here, cut that straight, and wedge the square. Okay, just flip it all the way around and do the other side, the same thing. Okay, now to do this, we need a window sheet. I cut this a little too small, so I have to be really careful with how I put the glue dots, but it should be 3 3/4 by 2 1/2. Okay, the window sheet. And then of the designer series paper, we need one that is 4 1/4 by 2 1/2. Right? Yep. 2 that are 4 1/4 by 1 1/4, and 2 that are 2 1/2 by 1 1/4. Okay, but right now we just want to put the biggest piece down. Okay, and we're going to put it on one or other of the sides. Whatever side you pick is the side that's going to be your lid. Okay. So I'm going to put this on with some liquid glue because I just want it to stick everywhere after we cut it. Alrighty. So, and yeah, it covers the mistake I made with the scoring, so that's extra good. Okay, and now we need our layering oval die. Now this one cuts it to about 2 7/8. Okay, length. This not layering oval dies. I should have been saying stitched shape dies, and they are also retiring. That's so sad. I'm sorry. I get very attached to certain things. All right, so we're just going to try to, you can measure it out, but I'm just going to eyeball it to see where the middle is. And I'm going to put some low-tack tape on there. All right, and now to cut this, you're going to have to flip back the first 3 side pieces, okay? All right, we don't have to flip these because we don't have to put it in. Okay, when you run it through, only go up to here. That's all you'll need. Alrighty, and it will make little marks on here, but it's okay because we're going to cover it with our other DSP. All right, so I'm going to cut this and I'll be right back. Okay, so it made little marks here and here, but it's going to get covered, so we don't have to worry about that. I'm just going to gently pull off the die. Alrighty, and it did leave a little bit of residue from the tape, so I'm just going to get that off. Okay, and then we just pop that out, and there we go. Okay, now we can put on the rest of our DSP. Now these are all going to fold back the other way now. All right. Okay, so we need one piece for each of the sides. We don't need one for this one because this one is going to be covered by this flap. Okay, and then these two are going to go, everything goes next to the, where we cut the oval. All right. Okay, so now we just need some tear and tape, and we're going to put 2 pieces on every square that we wedged. One close to the score line and one towards the end. Alrighty, and I'm going to use my take your pick tool because this saves your nails, although my nails are pretty wrecked. I have to redo them again. Already, I just did them 2 days ago. Alrighty. This time I want you to start with the part that's not near the oval. Okay, we're going to construct the bottom box first. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to take this line here at the top of this square and make it straight with this line at the side of the oval. Okay. And we're going to do that on both sides. All right, and then we're going to take off the next row. Okay, and then we're going to go towards the box. So we're going to take this line on the top of the square and put it next to the other side of the rectangle. Okay, and now we just have the top left. And I'm just going to take the last bits off. Okay, and we're going to take the corner here, the top of the square, and make it straight with the top of this side of the rectangle. Okay, and our box is almost finished. Now we just need our window sheet. Alrighty. And we need some glue dots. And I'm going to put them in all 4 corners. And I'm also going to put one in the middle of the long sides. Alright. Now I'm probably going to have to roll these. I probably put these a little too close again. That's why I'm going to put the measurement down below and on my blog that makes this sheet a little bigger. Alrighty. I'm just going to put it inside the box over the window. I don't know, this one I did pretty well. Alright, and just press them on. And you could also do this part before you put your box together too. Alrighty, and then you would put your donuts, but I don't have any more because somebody ate the whole box. So sorry about that, but they would look just like this. Okay, now we're just going to put the box aside and we're going to do a little, even though we're going to cut it out of here, I want to show you the stamp because the stamp's going to be staying. Oh, I already have them out. All right, and we need tuxedo black. Whoa, for the outside, for the whole image. Okay. And then I'm going to be using Blackberry Bliss for the inside of the wings. Now you could do this stamped off, Okay, or you can do it all in one shot. All right, and these look like they only fit one way, but they fit fine on the other side. It's just a kind of a, I don't know what you would call it. It's an art term. I know it. All right, let me get in there. It's kind of just like an impressionist because it doesn't fit it exactly on either side. And then we're going to do it on the other side. Okay, so that's that. And while that dries a second, I want this one in the middle. Now the Dragonfly Punch will fit these medium ones and the big ones. The little ones, unfortunately, we don't have anyway. You could cut them by hand, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try to snake around the ones that the punch fits, just so that I can get this piece out. Okay. Then I'm just going to use a piece of Post-it note so that I can put it in the side. Okay. If you're doing a bunch of these with the punch, the best way to do it is get a strip and then you can just punch it along this way. All right, so I'm just gonna, stick it in there. And I'm just going to punch it right out of there, okay? This got a little bit of the Post-it note, but I'm gonna pull that off. All right, so that's the one that's from the Designer Series paper, which is retiring, okay? But now we can do the one I stamped. Impressionist. Is that the right thing? I think that's what it's called. Alrighty, and there's the one that I stamped. Still pretty. So even after your paper is gone, you can still use the stamp set. Alrighty, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my Blackberry Bliss ribbon. Alright, so what I want you to do with your ribbon is the loose end, I want you to put around the bottom first so that your tail is hanging on the top. Alright, and then you're going to wrap it around one more time. And then take your loose end and put it underneath both ribbons again. Okay? And then you'll end up with this. Okay, don't worry about how the bottom is going right now. We're going to fix that. Alright, and then you're just going to tie your bow. I'm just going to go, usually I try to go the other way, but I'm just going to go the way the ribbon wants me to take it. Okay. There you go. And then you just fix these bottom ones so that it kind of opens up a little bit. Just like that. Alrighty. If you have to replay that a couple times, it's okay, because it took me a couple times to film it. Alright, and then I'm just going to trim the tails. Okay. Alrighty, now I'm going to use the one that's from the Designer Series paper. I'm just going to put my fingernail on the outside of the body and just bend it a little bit on each side, the wings, okay? And then I'm going to get some dimensionals. Just using up. I don't like to waste anything if you haven't already noticed. That's just the way I am. Waste not, want not. Alright, and I put 2 dimensionals on there. And then I'm going to get my glue. I'm just going to put a little bit right down the body, on the back of the body. Peel off my dimensionals. Oops, and my pieces of Post-it note. And then I'm just going to put it down Make sure that the body goes down first and hold it there for a second so that the glue holds and it doesn't smear on your window. Okay. And then just kind of poke down your wings. Alrighty. Now, what did I do here? And that's most of our box, which will have the donuts in it or your gift, okay? And then I used some Wink of Stella on the wings. Put this down a little better. Dragonflies are always shimmery. The ones I've seen, at least. We only get them for a little while in the summer on Long Island. Alrighty, and then I used some Opal Rounds. And I just put 3 up over here. The smaller size ones. I do love this little gummy stuff at the end. I'm not sure what this is called. I'll look it up and I'll put it. But it comes, your Take Your Pick tool comes with one of them. And then you can order refills. I think there's a 2-pack of refills. But I've been using this for a while and I haven't had to refill it yet. Oh my goodness. There we go. Now I'll push them down good. Alrighty. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate the time you spend. And I would love it if you would please subscribe and hit the like button. And don't forget about the giveaway. And don't forget to enter the giveaway. You just have to subscribe and put a comment on my video from Monday. That was a fun fold card. I will pick the winner on Friday night. Hey, if you need any Stampin' Up! Supplies, I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. You can shop with me at the address at the top of the screen. And if you have any questions, please ask me. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye!